Have you ever had your entire world shattered in a single moment? Imagine discovering on what should be the happiest day of your life that your partner has been living a double life. That's exactly what happened to me when I found out my boyfriend had another woman pregnant, just hours before I was supposed to say I do. Today, I'm sharing every painful detail of what happened next, and how I made it through the day that was supposed to be my wedding. I never imagined my wedding day would start with love and end in chaos, but there we were, vows paused, hearts pounding, as she stood up with a smirk that could shatter glass. The entire room froze, her words slicing through the air like a knife. "I'm pregnant with his child." My mind reeled, struggling to process the betrayal unraveling in front of our closest friends and family. The man I was about to marry stood beside me, his face ashen, eyes wide and unblinking, as if he were trying to wake from a nightmare he hadn't prepared for. The whispers started immediately, a rising tide of disbelief and judgment. I felt myself detach, floating above the scene, watching as everything I'd believed about our love crumbled. He tried to speak, stammering apologies that barely registered. My heart was a storm of anger and hurt. Every word he had ever said to me felt like a lie. Memories of late nights and whispered promises twisted in my mind, now tainted with doubt and deceit. The guests shifted uncomfortably, caught between the scandal and their own curiosity, I starting between the three of us as if the truth could be gleaned from our expressions. The ex, unapologetic and defiant, looked at me with a mixture of pity and triumph. I wondered how long the secret had been festering beneath the surface of our relationship, how many moments had been stolen by their hidden history. Was it the late-night calls he dismissed as work emergencies, or the unexplained absences he shrugged off with flimsy excuses? Every unanswered question gnawed at me, and I felt the walls closing in, the room spinning with the weight of humiliation and betrayal. The man I thought I knew shrank beside me, guilt etched into his features as he reached for my hand, a gesture that felt both desperate and hollow. As I stood there, the reality of the situation settling over me like a heavy fog, a strange sense of clarity emerged. This was not just a betrayal of our relationship, but a betrayal of myself, my intuition, my trust, my willingness to see only what I wanted to see. It was as if the universe had conspired to strip away my illusions, leaving me raw and exposed but somehow free. With one last look at the man who had shattered my heart, I turned away, stepping into an uncertain future but one where I would reclaim my strength and my voice, refusing to let this moment define me. Like and subscribe for more.